Yes, guys.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, guys.
Very good morning.
Morning. Now we will continue this session. So in previous session, functions related, types of arguments related, we discussed, guys. Types of arguments related, we discussed. Okay. So we will continue some other topics. So first I will open the Python IDLE. Python IDLE. So in the last session, yesterday night, I uploaded these programs. Check it today. Do practice before coming to the next session, guys. Okay. So tomorrow also we have this Sunday all day. So do practice all these functions related. So now in the D drive, we have ATM batch here, function program, like we created. So reduce this size. Now these all basic things first day we did. And after that, so types of arguments related, types of functions related onwards we discussed. So two types of functions we have, free-defined and user-defined functions. So free-defined functions means along with the Python software, some functions we are getting, those things we are calling free-defined. For example, these all functions there, these all functions purpose you need to understanding, guys. And directly we can use whenever we want these things. User-defined functions means as a developer, we are going to create as per our requirement. By using a def keyword, we are creating these functions we are calling user-defined functions. So for example, message, addition, add, sub, multiplication, related, deposit, withdraw, these all are user-defined user-defined functions. Next, the types of arguments related, we discussed, guys, here, types of arguments related. Now here, one is non-default, default, keyword, arbitrary arguments. Like we have these four types of arguments we have, guys. These are four types of arguments we have. So check it. Whenever we are defining here function, whenever we are defining one function, so now at the time of defining the function here, at the time of defining the function, there is a non-default related okay, arguments we can use. Non-default also called as required or positional arguments. Default related also we can use, and arbitrary also we can use. These three, guys, we can use at the time of defining the function. At the time of calling the function, so keyword arguments and the positional arguments we are using 1 and 3 at the time of calling, 1, 2, 4 at the time of creating we are using. This point remember here. And now see here, finally you need to be understanding here. So first non-default argument, for example, this is a non-default, no default value there. Next default argument, for example, like this. And next arbitrary arguments, single star variable and double star variable. This order we are following, guys. This order we are following. And we can write the logics what you want. And whenever we are calling this function, so then here positional arguments, nothing but like this, nothing but like this, and then followed by here, and then followed by keyword arguments we can use, guys. So e number equal to 10, e name equal to something ram, okay, something or e name like or I'm using, and then close it. Okay. So is this correct or not means yes, correct here. So left side at the time of calling, left side non-keyword arguments, nothing but positional arguments available. Right side all keyword arguments available, syntactically correct there at the time of calling. At the time of defining also, so left side non-default, right side keyword arguments, and then here the default and then single star. Proper order format given. So this is the correct one. Okay. So these two things we can do the changes, no problem. So single star and after that b equal to 20, like we can use it. But this a is always left side here, non-keyword, and double star is related, always right side required. Double star related, always right side required. So remember that after this e name, if I'm using any 50 number, Then by seeing this one only, syntactical error is coming, like you need to understanding. Okay. So now here, A value is 50, B value here, this is overriding, and 30, 40 sending to this C, and E number, E name sending to this D. If I'm using C only first and B next, these all values sending to this C. For B, this default value only using. The point you need to remember and identify it. All of you clear? This is the 4 types of arguments important, guys. Okay. So these all related. Here a lot of programs I given. So check it. I don't want to be explain again these all programs. If I'm explaining a lot of time taking, guys. So all I given comments also. Check it, these all programs. So here, this structure, you need to be follow this structure finally. This is a very, very important structure. Okay. Next, we will discuss other points. And now see here in these programs, all the combinations are given. What is the right, what is the wrong, like you need to be check it. So in material also available all the combination related, right or wrong related, you will find out by seeing the coding. Now here, today we are going to discussing types of variables, variable scope, guys, simply. A variable scope, simply variable scope. A variable scope related, we will discuss that. So variable means A equal to 10, like we are creating, that is we can use it. So variable scope, scope means where we can access, where we can use this variable, where we cannot use this variable. Okay. So this variable range is up to where we are able to use. Okay. The scope is what that is we will discuss now. So using the function topic. Now we have majorly 2 types of variable scope is there, guys. Majorly we have 2 types of variable scope is there. Global variable scope, global variable scope, and the second one is local variable scope is there. Local variable scope. So under the local variable scope only, one more type is there, guys. Simply we are calling like a parameterized variable scope. This is also nothing but simply parameterized variable like concept is there, but this scope also local variable scope only. That's why some people not considering this one separate one. So global scope, local scope, like only 2 things are telling. Okay. So now you can see here, create one function here, display function I'm using, display function. And now here, I'm going to display here value of A is value of A is then A I will write value of A is. So here inside function value of A is so outside the function A equal to 10, like I'm defining as outside the function A equal to 10, like I'm defining, then this is called as global scope. Global scope. The variables which are defining outside the function, then we can consider them as the global variable. Global variable. So global variables we can access inside the function as well as outside the function also. Outside the function also we can access it. So here outside function value of A, you can see here, and I'm going to be executing this. I'm going to be executing as this function, display function. So now you can see here. So first outside function, why it is getting means, so like line by line checking, first print statement this is executing. So before that only if you are calling inside the function executing first. So because of this, function is calling, going inside the function. Now this message printing. So inside the function searching for a variable, inside the function no variable is there, a related, then going outside, checking here the available, accessing that and using that. So inside the function displaying, and after the, this is outside the function related statement. Here also we are able to print this a value. Okay, inside the function value of a is 10, outside the function value of a is 10 only. Understanding? So in the memory allocation, guys, so this is a program. Here, display first A related one memory is creating, A related one memory is creating. This is now referencing to A. Okay. Next, display related one memory is creating. Display related one memory is creating as a display memory. Display memory. In this, no variables there. Just one print statement is there. So one print statement is there, simply just like I'm using, okay, print of a just assumption. So one print statement only there here. So whenever we are printing within this memory, display memory, this one, within this memory, if there any A reference are not checking, A related reference there are not checking, not available. If not available, then outside checking, yes, here available. A related memory available here. Okay, so this is a global scope, guys. So now this A variable from here to here, anywhere we can access top to bottom. That's why in this display memory location, A is not defined, outside A is available. That is, we are able to print. Okay, we can access it. Now, again, when coming to here, guys, so one more time here, the print of A there. Yes, we can print it, this A here also. That's why inside the function, outside the function, A value 10 only, we got it. Understanding? Yes. This is the local global variable related example. And next, same program. Local scope related, we will do it. The local scope means here, this variable inside the function, if we are defining, that is called local scope. Local scope. The variables which are creating inside the function, then those variables we are calling local scope. Local scope variable we can access only within the function only. Within this function body only we can use it. This is the function related area. Okay, function scope area. Within the function we can use this a variable. Outside the function we cannot access it. Outside the function we cannot access it. See here, this is a program. Now, so display related one memory is creating. Display memory, this one. In this display memory, A related value is creating as okay. So for example, A equal to 10, like here creating. So whenever I'm printing here, print A, I can print this A value. And again here, one more time, A is printing outside, one more time printing, print of A. So here within this memory A is available, we can use here. This value we can use here. For this purpose, so this outside, is there anywhere A value there are not, like checking not available, then A is not defined, like exception showing. Exception showing. See here, inside the function displaying, outside the function not displaying. This is getting error. So name error, name A is not defined, like we are getting. All of you clear this one? So local variables inside the function we are defining, those variables only inside the function only we are able to use it, but not outside the function. Global variables outside the function we can create, outside the function we can use, inside the function also we can use it. That is the difference between local variables and global variables. Okay. So as per the requirement, we can use it. Sometimes I want to create one variable memory. That memory I want to use only inside this function only, but not outside the function. In that situation, those variables create inside the function only. After executing inside the function, then terminating. Okay. Global access not available for those variables. So that is the concept, guys. Now next here, I'm going to use one more one here. See here. So a equal to 20. So this is a global scope. This is what? Global scope. Global scope. Now a equal to 10 local scope. So here the a value printing, here the b value is the printing. A value is the printing, b value is the printing. So here what value is the printing, here what value is the printing. Okay, that is you need to be understanding. Come on, let me know, guys. So inside the function, a value is what? Outside the function, b value is what? What you are expecting? Give answer in the chat box. Here a value, here a value. A variable only I used. Here 20 I used, here 10 I used. Inside the function, what printing? 10 printing or 20 printing? Outside the function, what printing? So that is, you need to understand that clearly. Okay. Yes, guys. See here. So 10 inside the printing, outside 20 printing. So this is available inside the function. So here the whenever we are calling inside function variable is there or not checking, yes, available, printing here. If not available, then outside value taking. So now for this outside related, outside value only taking as okay. So here the 10 printing and here the 20 printing. For example, if I'm commenting this, inside the function 20, outside the function also 20, only we are getting inside 20, outside 20. If it is not available, okay. So remember this one. Same variable, even though we are using, but this variable only inside the function only we are able to use. Outside the function, this global variable only we are able to use it. Okay. So remember both global plus local variable scope in a single program. And next here, scope conversion is there, guys. Scope conversion is there. Local variable scope, how to convert into global scope. So now here we have a global keyword. We have one keyword called global keyword, guys. We have one keyword called global keyword. So global A, like we are representing global A, and then we are going to executing. Now, come on, let me know here what you are expecting. Here what you are expecting. Global A, like I'm using. Inside the function, what is the result? Outside the function, what is the result? So inside the function, trying to executing this a value 10 printing local variable related. Okay. And this is converting like a global variable, this one. Then outside the function, this 20 we are getting, this 10 we are getting. That is, we need to check it. So now 10 we are getting as, see here. So if I'm not using this one, then local value, this a equal to 10 is there. This is the local scope here printing. And for this a global variable, this one printing. But right now inside the function, this a as a global variable like defining using the global keyword. A is like a global variable like defining. A equal to 10 when writing like this is now updating here, guys. This value is updating here. So global side also a value 10 only there. Local a value 10 is there. Global side also a value 10 only there. That's why inside function a value is 10. outside the function also a value 10 only printing. Understanding? So this global variable value now with this local variable updating using the global keyword. Yes, yes, Sunil. 20 is overriding with 10. All of you clear about this global keyword behavior? How to convert local variable scope as a global variable scope. How to convert local variable scope as a global scope. Okay, so if any variable scope as a global scope is there, that is inside the function, and outside the function we can use same value, we can get it. The point, remember guys. So these 3 points important for the variable scope related, and now we will discuss other points. So lambda functions, guys. Lambda functions. So for using a def keyword, we created the functions. Def keyword. Using def keyword, we created the functions. Those functions we are calling like a normal functions. Now we have a lambda keyword. We have a new keyword called lambda keyword. Using the lambda keyword also, we can create the functions. Then those functions we are calling lambda functions. So why we are going for these lambda functions? Okay, that is we will discuss. So sometimes one function required another function as a input. This is one function is there. Here one function is there. This function as input to the another function sometimes required. Then in that situations, so we can use a regular function here, and we can use this lambda function also here. Which one is the better one means lambda function usage is the better one. Sometimes one function has input to the another function required. In that situation, lambda functions we are using for the temporary purpose. Okay, so using a def keyword, whatever the functions we are creating, those functions we are calling normal functions. Normal functions are regular functions. Regular functions and named functions, guys. These functions we are calling named functions. So named functions means using the def keyword, the def add of like we are writing means the function name is add function. Def message function like we are writing. The function name is message function. Like named functions. Using def keyword, named functions we are creating. Okay, and using the lambda is also one keyword, guys. Lambda is also one keyword. So using the lambda keyword, lambda keyword, so special functions we are going to creating as normal, not normal functions. So special functions simply special these things normal functions we are calling. So simply you can remember like this: named functions, and here named less functions. These points, important points. Named less functions. Named less. Simply named less functions. Okay, named less functions. Using def keyword, what are the functions we are creating? Those functions we are calling named functions. Using lambda keyword, if we are creating any function, we are calling like a named list functions. Named functions, okay, permanently storing as named functions, permanently storing in the memory allocation. Okay, permanently. Permanently permanently storing in memory. Yes. So permanently storing in memory. And now here, named list functions, temporary functions. We are calling like this. Okay, now see guys, see here, lambda functions, named list functions we are calling means anonymous functions we are calling as. So anonymous functions are nothing but named list functions. So lambda functions are also called as anonymous functions. Lambda functions are also called as anonymous functions. These anonymous functions are for temporary purpose we are using as temporary purpose we are using. So when we are using means sometimes one function result as input to the another function we required. In that situation, instead of using this named functions, if we are creating a lambda functions, temporarily we can use that function and we can remove the from the memory allocation, guys. Okay, so in memory allocation, not storing these lambda functions. So def keyword related functions, how to creating, you people knows. Def keyword followed by the function name followed by the parenthesis, and inside this parenthesis optional parameters, guys. Here optional parameters we are using a comma b, like something we are using. Okay, and then here these values we can use it. These values we can use it. Now lambda related lambda keyword followed by the argument list, guys. Column followed by the expression This is a syntax. This is the syntax of the lambda functions. Clearly follow this one. Lambda keyword followed by the argument list. So here argument list is nothing but these parameters, x comma y comma z, like that. Column followed by expression. So using these arguments, we can performing some expression here. And finally, this result, this lambda keyword return to another function. So lambda functions we are using as input to the another function. So to that function, this lambda keyword return this expression result, guys. So this is a syntax right now, remember. I will explain some programs using the lambda related. Wait, I'll have water. Okay. Now, lambda function is a small anonymous function, guys. The lambda functions are also called as anonymous functions. It means a functions without a name called anonymous functions. Functions without a name called anonymous functions. So lambda functions are throw-away functions, guys. Lambda functions we are considering like a throw-away functions, means use and throw only. Wherever we required wherever we required some function logics, they're using the lambda function related. We can use those logics and we can remove it. Okay, so use and throw, guys. Use and throw related functions, lambda functions, just they are needed wherever we have required. So there we can create, and after executing, removing from the memory allocation. Okay, so we used lambda function when we have required a named list function for short time, for temporary purpose. Whenever we require, there we can use it. Okay, and the syntax is the lambda keyword followed by the argument list column expression. So here argument list consists of this argument list consists of comma separated list of arguments values. Argument list nothing but a comma separating list of values, x comma y comma z, like a list of values. And the expression is an arithmetic expression which is using these arguments. So whatever the arguments we are using these arguments, we are performing something expression here. We are performing something expression here. Okay, I mean executing some operations here. Finally, we are getting the result. That result is written by this lambda keyword to the another function as input. Okay, okay. Now I want to check it, guys. So two numbers I have which one is the biggest number I want to be check it? Which one is the biggest number I want to be check it? Okay, for this we will write the logics. How to find the so biggest number between two numbers. If two numbers x and y given, how we are finding the biggest number? How to find the biggest number between the two numbers, guys? So this is using the lambda function. Without the lambda function, all we will check it. So here, open our program. Now here, normal functions we can create normal function. So def keyword find big number. Find a big number. Find a big number like I'm writing x comma y I'm using. So now here, if x greater than y, if x greater than y, return x value you are returning. Else return y value. Okay. So now any one value only we are returning as at a time. Any one value. If this condition is true, then x value returning. Otherwise, then y value returning. Wherever we are calling this function to that. So now find the big number of 10 comma 20 like I'm using. Now here to this location, y value nothing but 20 value returning. That is, if we want, we can print here. We can print here. So now you can execute here 20 value, we got it. Okay. And meaningful message if you want, then you can write here the biggest number is like you can get it. The biggest number is 20. So here any value we can use, guys. So here 100 I'm using, then the biggest number is 100 like we are getting. Okay. So this is a normal function using def keyword. Find the big number of given two numbers like checking. Based on the condition, we are returning the result. Okay. Yes. Now using lambda function, we will use it. See, I created a function like this with this name. This is a named function. And this function name I'm using here and passing two values, only finding the biggest number. But lambda functions are named list functions. So named list function means how we are calling. So a function contains some group of lines of code. Whenever we want to execute this group of lines of code, we need to call that function with the function name with parentheses. But lambda functions are named list functions. How we are calling, that is a problem, guys. So first we will create the lambda function, lambda followed by arguments x comma y, arguments now here expression. So expression, I will write expression. So my expression, what I want to do, which number is a big number, like that is I want to be check it, guys. Okay. So here x if x greater than y, otherwise else y, like we are writing the expression, guys. Else y. Understanding? X, if x greater than y, it means return the x value if x greater than y, otherwise y value returning. Y value is returning. Okay. So based on this condition, either x returning or else y returning, guys. Y returning. Now this is the logic. How we are executing. Whenever we are passing the values to this x and y, whenever we are passing, then condition checking. So, but this is the temporary purpose we are writing and no name also there. No naming name there, function name. Then how we are calling. Here we have a function name. Using the function name, we are passing the values. Okay. So that's why here you can assign to, okay. So big number, any variable. So big number like, so this entire function body, you can assign to one variable. Now onwards, this variable is acting like a function name only. This variable is acting like a function name only. So now here, big number of 20 comma 30, like I'm using. This 20 and 30 value passing to this x and y, and finally something result we are getting. Okay, so now here this result we can print it. We can print it. So you can see here 30 is the biggest number. So the biggest number is like if we want to be display here, we can write here. See the biggest number is 30 like we are getting. Are you clear this one? So lambda function body, when we are assigning to a new variable, the variable is acting like a function name only. The variable is acting like a function name only. Now this is available in the memory allocation. That's why we are calling that function. Now onwards, this is also available in the memory allocation. So we can call this, we can use this one and we can find out the which one is the biggest number. Okay. So this is the temporary purpose only right now. But lambda function target, actual target of the lambda function is not like this. Okay. So if we are assigning to one variable, this variable is maintaining memory in the memory allocation. Now my requirement is which one is the biggest number finding only, but memory I don't want to store for this logics in memory allocation. But if we are assigning to a variable, this is maintaining the memory in the memory allocation. Okay. So lambda functions main target is lambda functions we are using as input to the another function to find something result, guys. Lambda functions we are using as a input to the another function to find the something result. So in that situation, we can use lambda function, we can use a normal function. But normal function, if we are using after executing also, still memory is maintaining. But lambda functions, okay, after executing, deleting from memory allocation. Simply memory is not maintaining. Okay. So, okay, we will see that. Now here, using def, this one, using lambda, this one. And one small program for understanding purpose, more program addition related we will do here. So def add of x comma y, like we are writing as. So here return x plus y, we are writing return x plus y. Okay. Then here add of 10 comma 20. If I'm giving 10 value, 20 value coming here, 10 plus 20, 30, 30 result returning to here, and we can print here. We can print here result. Okay. So given two numbers adding as, and if you want sum, you can write the sum is, now you're getting this sum value. The sum is 30 like we are getting. So this is using def related, finding the sum, finding the sum using def. Okay. Now using lambda, we will do it. Add sum equal to lambda of x comma y, column x plus y. This is expression x plus y. Okay. So now here we can write like print of the sum is add sum of 10 comma 30 like we are writing. So now see here the sum is 40. 10 comma 30 is 40. 10 value 30 value passing to here, x plus y 40 return to here. Okay. So this expression result using lambda keyword return this expression result to this function calling. So this variable name only is acting like a function name only right now here, guys. Okay. So here finding this sum, using lambda. All of you understanding how to creating the lambda functions? Now we will discuss another functions. So here we have a filter function, guys. So working with the filter function, these are important. Working with filter function. So now this filter function, guys, this filter function taking two inputs. One is function name, one is a function, one is a sequence object, guys. One is a sequence object, sequence object. Okay. So this is the syntax of the filter function. Filter function taking first parameter as a function name, second parameter as a sequence object. Okay. So here sequence means some list of values or some couple of values, string of values like that. String of values like that. Okay. Yes, yes. That is only I'm telling now, Saikiran, check it. Lambda function main target is sometimes one function. This is a function required as a input to the another function. Filter is also one function. This function required this function as input. In that situation, here we can use a def keyword related function, lambda keyword related function, and later you can understanding. Okay, which one is a better one. Now see here. Yeah, filter of something function name. This function name later we will use. Now here sequence of values. Sequence of values means a group of values. See here, like I'm using, like these values I'm using as means 1 to 10. Some sequence of value there. Here some even number there, some odd numbers there, guys. Some even number, some odd numbers there. So I want to find out all even numbers from this sequence. I want to find out all even numbers from this sequence. Otherwise, if you want this entire sequence object, so outside if you want, you can create, that is all your wish. Okay, list object, list equal to so and so. Then that list we can use here. That is all your wish. Okay, this is a sequence. Now here a function name required. Function name required. So this function we can create outside here using the def keyword right now. Def, I want to find the even number related, guys. So here find the even number. Find even number of x. Given x value is an even number or not, I want to check it. If x modulo division by 2 double equal to 0, then I will return this x value. So if this condition is matching this x value, if matching this condition, then that is a even number return. So whenever returning, so this is a function calling to this location value is coming. Okay. Now here, this is a function. I will use here function. Now check it. Check it here. So list of values available here. So filter function behavior from this sequence, each value is getting into this, each value is accessing, sending to this function. Filter function taking the sequence related values one after another and sending to the given function. Now this function taking this given value, first value is 1 modulo division by 2 double equal to 0, matching or not, checking, not matching. If not matching, this one value is not returning. Okay, not returning. Next, one more value, first one completing, and the next is what? 2, guys. So 2 value is sending to this function. 2 modulo division by 2 double equal to 0 matching, then return x is there. Means this x value returning to this function calling. Okay, to this function calling. So this x value now filter method is holding, catching. This x value is catching by the filter function. And the next third value, guys, third value sending from this sequence to this function. So third is not matching, then that is not holding. Next, fourth value is sending. So fourth value matching this condition, then return fourth value. Return x means 4 value return. That is catching by the filter. Like that, what are the values matching this condition those values are written by X, written by this function, simply written by this function, then those values only holding by this filter function. Okay. So now finally, this filter function is creating like a filter object. See, written like a filtered object, written like a filter object, filter object like returning. So filter object values I want to be converted into list type, list of, I'm converting into list. Then see here, list of even numbers we are getting, list of even numbers. Understanding? So this is a sequence. Out of this sequence of values, from this sequence of values, only even numbers I want to be find out. That is my target. So for this, I used here def keyword function. From this sequence, each value is accessing by filter function, sending to this def function. Now this def function is finding, checking given number is even number or not, like that. If it is a even number, return to here. If not even number, then not returning that X value. Okay. Now, finally, from this sequence, we find out the even numbers here, there, even numbers. Okay. And those all even numbers into the list format converting, and list of even numbers returned. Okay. Now, my target out of these all values, even numbers find out, list of even numbers returning. So I returned right now here list of even numbers, but still this is available in the memory allocation. This function still existing in the memory allocation. Now here lambda function I will use, check it here. Instead of this lambda function I will use using def, using a def. Now here using lambda, using now lambda, we will see here the same sequence I'm using here. And the next, this is a function I'm using here. So in this place, so here normal function separately I created, it means one memory is creating for this one. So using this function, even number or not, we are finding. After that, still it is existing in the memory allocation. But in this situation now, lambda, I'm going to use lambda function x column x divided by 2 double equal to 0. That's it. Okay, check it guys here. From this sequence, each value is taking and sending to this lambda function by this filter function. So here also done that one only. From this list, each value reading and sending to this find even number function. That is now sending to here. Same like now that from this list, each value is getting and sending to this lambda function variable. Now x value first is what? 1 guys. So this 1 satisfying this condition or not checking. X divided by 2 double equal to 0. If this condition returns true, that value, whatever returning true, that value is accessing by filter function. Okay, lambda keyword return this condition matching related X value to the filter function. Okay, so now X is not matching. Next, 2 matching as 2 is matching. Second value is matching. Okay, second value taken by filter. 3 not matching. 4 is matching. That is taking by filter. So now finally we are getting the even numbers. See here. So right now my target is from this sequence of values, which values are even numbers finding only. So using this lambda function, finding even numbers, those all even numbers are reading by filter function, and this is now converting into list of values we are printing using print function. So finally, list of even numbers are returned, and this lambda function not maintaining any memory in the memory allocation. This lambda function not maintaining any memory in the memory allocation. And this lambda function also not having any name right now here. This is a named list function, I said. It is like an anonymous function. This is just for temporary purpose only. Wherever we require, there we can create, and there only delete. Okay. So here, from this sequence, each value taking, that is even number or not finding, this is this lambda function requirement. This lambda function as input to this filter function required. To this filter function, so this lambda function as input required. After executing this function, then finally even numbers only returned. Okay, so after completing, finally after finding the even numbers, this is not required to maintain in memory allocation, simply deleting also. Come on, let me know, guys. All of you understanding or not this syntax? Lambda function. Here, this is a def keyword related function. We can use a def keyword related function. We can use a lambda keyword related function. Lambda keyword related function for temporary purpose we are using, and this is not maintaining any memory in the memory allocation. But def keyword related function separately maintaining memory in the memory allocation. After executing of this function, still it is available in the memory allocation. Because of this, a lot of memory is wasting. So in that situation, we can use lambda functions. I get an understanding? Without assigning to any variable lambda functions, we can use like this. The lambda functions we are using as input to the another function. This is just one function. So lambda function, filter function behavior, you need to be understanding. Filter function taking two inputs. One is the function name input. Second one is object, a sequence object. From this sequence object, each value is getting and sending to this function. Okay, and finally this function returns something result. That result is taken by this filter function. So in this situation here, in this function place, and using def keyword related function we can use, and using lambda keyword related function also we can use. Temporary purpose, if you want to be create, then go with the lambda function. Permanently, if you want to create any one function, then go with the def keyword function. Okay, that is a concept here. Hemanta, right now here my requirement is out of this sequence, from this sequence of values, some subsequence I want to be find out a list of even numbers. So that is my requirement. In that situation, I used a lambda function. Where we are using means here only we are using. So for the filter function, for the map function, for the reduce function, as input, we required another function. So in that situation, we can use lambda functions. So right now, this is the lambda function related. I will use another function also, map function. So later in material, you will get it a lot of programs. So here, same like this. I will use working with the map function, working with the map function. So here the map of function name comma sequence object, like we can use a map of function name comma sequence object we are using. So now here simple logic we can write. So here sequence of values there, and now here this is the map function. In this place, map we can use instead of filter. So map function when we are using means in this sequence some values there. So for every value, something logic if you want to be apply, guys, some additional input if you want to be apply for every value which is available in this sequence, in that situation you can use a map. For example, for these all values, I want to add a number 5, guys. For every value, 5 value I want to be add. Okay. So then in that situation here, so from this sequence, each value getting into this X, and now for this X, 5 value I'm adding, X plus 5. So this result here, this result 1 plus 5, 6. That 6 value taking by map function. Okay. And next 1, 2 plus 5, 7. 7 value taking by map function, like that. So map function taking this result, guys, this expression result taking map function, but here a filter function. So this condition matching related X value taking, this condition matching related X value taking. Okay, so that is a concept. Now here you can see here. So 1 to 10 number there, for every number 5 value added. That's why like this displaying. If we want to be add some common inputs to every value which is available in this sequence, then we can use the map function. Okay, so now from this sequence, each value getting and adding some common input to every value, and that result only I want. So after completing this task, so this is not maintaining any memory in the memory allocation. Okay, so this is using lambda function. Using lambda, I did how to add some common value to every element in the sequence. There is a concept here. So I will write here how to add some input how to add some input value to every element in sequence. Okay, so how to add some input value to every element in sequence object using lambda I did guys here. So using the normal function, you can see using def related. So here def and the sequence also we are using sequence. So now here the function name we are going to use add number like one function name I'm using. So this one I want to be created here. Okay, so above side or anywhere you can create def add number of x. To this x I want to be add return x plus 5. Return x plus 5. See here guys, from this sequence each number getting and sending to this add number. So now first value 1 getting sending to here. So now 1 plus 5 6. The 6 value sending to this location. Okay, so like the next is 2 plus 5 7, 3 plus 5 8. Like each value again getting back converting into list. Now you can see here same result we are getting. So here from this sequence, each value is getting and adding one number 5. But after adding that result only I want, but still it is available in the memory allocation. This function definition is available in the memory allocation. But in this situation here, lambda if I'm using, after adding the 5 value to every number which is available in the sequence, then this is not maintaining any memory in the memory allocation. Okay, so that is the difference between lambda functions with normal functions. So map function taking a result guys, expression result, filter function taking expression matching related x value only. The point remember. Now here working with reduce function. Working with the reduce function. This is also important. Working with the reduce function. This syntax also guys, same like a filter related only. A reduce function taking one function name as input and sequence object we are using. Okay, no? So same like above syntax guys. So here map of function name comma sequence object. Same like now this reduce also. Now here this reduce is not available as a global function. Map is a global function directly we are using. Filter is a global function directly we are using. This reduce function is available in one another module. We need to be import it guys. So from func tools, FUNC func tools, like one module is there. From the func tools module, what is module? These all things tomorrow you will understand. Next session you will understanding. Okay. So now here func tools one module. Module is nothing but one predefined Python file. One predefined Python file which is having a lot of logics that we are using. From this func tools, I'm going to be importing a reduce function. Okay. From the func tools, importing the reduce method. Like this, we are importing guys. Now here, this reduce method we can use here. So reduce of, so here one function name comma sequence object we are using. So here you can see, take one list object, random elements you can take it guys, random elements. Now here, so 90. These values there, so random values there right now. So out of these all values, which one is the biggest number I want to be find out? So we have one global function called max function, guys. Max of LST, if we are using 90 returned, this is the maximum number. Maximum number is 90. If I'm using a min function here, global function, minimum number out of this all, 2 is the minimum number. Okay, 2 is the minimum number, guys. So for example, this 2 I will use in somewhere. Okay, now here the 2 is the minimum number we are getting. 2 is the minimum number. And next here, so if I'm using sum of these all values we are getting as sum of these all values is 308, 308 is there. Okay, these all are global functions. Without using these global functions, how we are finding the logics. Okay, that is now we will check it here. So now here list of values there. So reduce function we are using as reduce function we are using. Reduce of now something function name comma sequence. Sequence is a list, guys. So this from this list reduce function behavior, from this list first two values taking as first two values taking and passing to the given function. So lambda x comma y column, now like that, x comma y. From this sequence, first two values reading sending to this arguments. X value is a 6, y value is a 5. I want to be find the biggest number. So return x if x greater than y. Return x if x greater than y. Otherwise, else y return. That's it. Okay. So now finally, after executing these logics, only one number is available. That number we can print. That number we can print. Okay, I will explain these logics. Just wait. See here, maximum number 90 we are getting. So if I want minimum number, so here less than symbol we are using. Then we are getting so 2, guys. So minimum number is 2. If I want sum, then here we require to use x plus y. Sum we are getting 308. So previously using global function also we are getting like same. Now here also same we are getting. Meaningful message if you want to write here, you can write okay. The maximum number is or the biggest number is like we can write the biggest number is the smallest number is like we can write it the minimum number is and the sum of all numbers the sum of all numbers okay, is like I want to get it. Let's see, guys. The minimum number is where I did a mistake. So okay, here the second one. The minimum number is comma. Okay, so here this is inside the reduce function I used. Okay, outside required. Now here this is also copy pasted. Simply copy pasted. That's why error coming. Now see here. So minimum number 90, maximum maximum number 90, minimum number is 2, sum of all numbers are 308. So check it, this one, first one I will explain, guys. First one I will explain. So if you are understanding this, remaining same thing only. So reduce function behavior from this sequence, two values accessing first, two values. So first value is what here? First value is 6, okay, into x, and comma, second value is 9. Second value is 9 into y. Okay. Now here condition we are checking, guys. In this place condition we are checking. What is that condition? So x greater than y. X greater than y means 6 greater than 9. So which one is the biggest number here? So 6 greater than 9. 9 is the biggest number. If 9 is the biggest number, then assigning 9. Okay. So y value, this y value assigning to this x, guys. Y value assigning to this x. Okay. So here check it. Here I'm checking 6 greater than 9. So y is the biggest number. Then this y value assigning to this x. So now y nothing but 9. Next, another value taking from this sequence. Next value taking from this sequence. Next value is what? 4, guys. Next value is 4. 9 comma 4. Now these two things checking. 9 greater than 4. Then which one is the biggest number here? 9 only. So then that 9 value assigning to the x. Then one more value taking from this sequence, 10. So here 10 greater than 9 greater than 10. Which one is the biggest number? 10. Then it means 10 value is maintaining into the x. Then next 90 value taking. So these two things comparing, 10 greater than 90. So 90 is the biggest number, and this is maintaining, and another value taking from this sequence. After the 90 here 2 is there. So 90 comma 2. Which one is the biggest number? 90 only, comma, and another value 33 taking, guys. Out of these two things again checking, 90 only biggest number compare with the 55. Okay, here also 90 only biggest number compare with the 22. Here also 90 only biggest number compare with the 77. Now finally here the 90 only available. These two things checking, and the 90 is the biggest number. So finally this reduce method maintaining only one value, finding only one value which is available, that is like a maximum number we can find out. Understanding? Internally these all calculation checking as conditions checking. So first time reduce function reading two numbers from this sequence, putting into this x comma y variable, and now this expression executing using those values. If x is the big number, then x value maintaining into first variable, and for the second variable taking another value which is available in this sequence. Second value, next value. Okay. So like this process repeatedly executing, finally only one value is maintaining, that is the biggest number. That one is the biggest number. Okay, here, so less value, this condition x less than y means x if small number than y, x value maintaining, otherwise y value is maintaining, and another value taken from the sequence. Like this process repeated executing, minimum number is finding. Now here two numbers are reading, and those two numbers are finding result. One value is getting, that value is maintaining into the x, and another value taken from the sequence. And again, these two values finding this sum, that result again maintaining into the x, and one more value taking from this sequence. Like that until this sequence of values completing, this process repeatedly executing, finally one value we are getting, that is nothing but sum. Come on, all of you understanding about this? The map function is applying some common input to every value which is available in this sequence. But reduce function from this sequence of values, okay, finding one maximum number or minimum number or sum of all the numbers like that. So taking each time two values and finding some logics and getting one result. For that result, again taking another number, again executing same logics. Like that process repeatedly executing, finally maintaining only one result. That is nothing but a maximum number or minimum number, like something getting. Okay. See here, in this situation, previously we discussed the conditions, guys. conditions we discussed today, you can see here. So N1 having one value, N2 having one value, N3 having one value. If three numbers there, conditions we are writing like this. If N1 greater than N2 and N1 greater than what is that? N1. N1 greater than N3, okay? Then, so we are going to return N1 is the biggest number. Otherwise, if N2 greater than N3, then return N2, okay? Otherwise here, return N3 like we are writing. Conditional related. If more values there here, N4 also there, 40, N5 also there, 50, for example. Then here, and N1 greater than N4 and N1 greater than N5, like we are checking. Okay. Now here, and N2 greater than N4 and N2 greater than N5, like we are checking. Okay, again we are going to write L if N3 greater than N4 and N3 greater than N5. Okay, and now here return N3 we are writing. Return N3 related. Next here the L if N4 greater than N5, then return N4 and finally return N5. See here, N number of conditions we are writing. If 100 numbers there in our sequence, 100 numbers there, 100 times conditions required to check it. So while writing like this coding, so it is looks like more lines of code we are writing, number of conditions required to check it, comparing the values, lot of performance wasting. But in this situation, if we are using, instead of writing like these all conditions, so using a reduce function, how many lines we are writing for finding the biggest number related? Simply one line we are writing. Simply one line we are writing. Are you understanding, guys? Reduce function behavior. Using the reduce function by writing the single line, even though in the sequence n number of values there also, we can find out our required value. Filtering purpose related. Biggest value finding, smallest value finding, sum of all values finding related. Okay, we can do using the reduce function. So this filter function related, map function related, reduce function related, when you are attending the interviews, so a lot of questions they may ask guys, giving like one task and what is output like asking. Okay, so if giving like this number of values, which one is the biggest number finding, if anyone asking, so simply we are using like max function. Without max function like asking, without max function asking, then we have to write like reduce function later logics. Okay, some of these all values, if we want to be find out using normal for loop also, we can do it, guys. Using the normal for loop also. So initially one count variable with 0 taking, and for that we are adding, okay, each value, and finally sum we are getting. So check it, these all are global functions, and this reduce function we use it right now. This is available in the func_tools module. Okay, so remember these things. Today I will upload one material. There you will get filter function related, map function related, reduce function related, and global variable scope, local variable scope related. Okay, and lambda functions related examples. This all you will get it, guys. And later some logical programs also there in the material. Right now I'm not discussing, so you can just check it. Factorial finding, recursion value finding like related. So one day I will discuss these all programs, functions related. So when you are attending the interviews also, a lot of programs you are getting using functions only, guys. Write a function to find the given value is a palindrome or not. Write a function to find the given number factorial value. Write a function to find the given string reverse value. Okay. Write a function to find the which one is the biggest number out of all the numbers. Like functions wise they are expecting us. So do practice with the function oriented. So Rajesh Kumar, here lambda function you can consider. Why means here our target is finding the minimum function. Minimum value is what, maximum value is what, like that. So we don't want to create any memory in the memory allocation for the function logics. So in that situation, lambda function, if we are using, then temporary purpose, after finding the maximum number, then logics not maintaining in the memory allocation. Okay, temporary purpose, lambda functions we will use. So lambda functions concept is very, very important in the real time, guys. Okay, yes, remember that. Using normal function related, after finding the maximum number, still it is existing in the memory allocation. But our target is out of this list of values, in this list sequence of values there, out of these values, which one is the maximum value? That is only we want to find out. But these logics we don't want to be saved in the memory allocation. In this place, if we are using normal function to find the biggest number related, after finding the biggest number also, memory is maintaining in the memory allocation. Then obviously performance of the application decreasing. That's why I go with the lambda function for temporary purpose. Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. I will stop today's session. And again, Monday we will connect. Okay, so Monday modules related, I will start 3 sessions over for the functions. So do practice. Again, one fine day we will discuss a lot of programs for function oriented related.
Recording stopped.
Yes, guys. Tell me.
Sir, can you explain the reduce function using the last example?
Reduce function.
You explained N1, N2, N3, and 100 till 100, right? The last example.
This one.
Using this one, how we will write in reduce function for this in this case?
Here we are not writing reduce function. If not writing reduce function, like these conditions we are writing. If more numbers there, like this n number of conditions required, this is all making lot of burden on the developers and lot of performance wasting. That's why to overcoming this problem, we are using reduce function. That is I said.
Okay. So only for the sequence objects only we can use the reduce function. That is like list or list, list and tuple only. Okay.
List, tuple, set, some group of values related.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, what is the exact function of
conditional based
reduce?
related? If 2 numbers there, we can find out which one is the biggest number. If 3 numbers there also, easily we can find out. From 4 on above numbers related, go with reduce function. That is a better one. Come on, tell me, somebody is asking.
Sir, what is the exact function of reduce function there, sir?
So sometimes, if we are having some group of values in our sequence object, out of all the values, which one is the highest number if we want to be find out, then in that situation, reduce function we can use. Reduce function is reading 2 numbers from this sequence first time. Only first time 2 numbers reading, first 2 numbers, and comparing those 2 numbers and finding the one biggest number. And for the that number is maintaining in the reduce function. And one more number taking from the sequence, again 2 number there, again checking condition, so finding the biggest number. Like that, this process repeatedly executing until the sequence object elements completing. Okay, finally only one value is maintaining, that is the biggest number.
Oh, okay, sir. Thanks. I got it, sir.
Yes, yes. So today I will upload material, there you will get definitions, all the things.
Like a iteration, sir. Like a iteration, it will check and it will give.
Yes. Check it one more time here. Just to see here. So here list, from the list, first 2 values reading, I said, that means first 2 values means these 2.
Yes.
6, 9. So here what I given, greater than condition. So here 6 greater than 9. Which one is the biggest number?
9 is the biggest.
9. That the biggest number is finding in here. Okay, assigned to here. If x is a big number, x is maintaining. If otherwise, y is maintaining. That is this condition behavior. Okay?
Yes.
So now here 9 is the biggest number. This 9 value is keeping into x now. Keeping into x. Now
Yes.
for y, one more value taking from the sequence.
9 greater than 4, like that it will check.
Yes. That
But,
repeatedly executing.
Same logic we can implement it in filter also, no, sir? filter of lambda x comma y colon x if x greater than y, like that, by
No.
using filter.
Now you can see here.
Two values 10 comma 20 by using filter, same logic.
Okay, see, I will use here. So here you want to filter, okay?
Okay.
Filter. Now here any changes or same logic?
No, same logic, I think.
Now you can execute and you can see here.
Okay.
Wait, this sequence. Remaining all lines commenting there or not? Check it properly. Okay. Now see here, filter object, we got it. This is convert into list. Now see here, lambda function missing one required positional argument to y. So here x comma y like coming. Okay. So here each time two values required for this logic, sir. So filter function each time one value taking, and that value is matching or not condition like checking.
Yes, sir.
So problem is there here.
Okay.
Sir, why filter is not working? Can you explain once again? Why filter is not working? What is the problem?
In this program,
Yeah.
filter is taking each time one input, and that input matching or not our given condition only checking. If given condition matching, that value taking by filter function. But right now here the x greater than y like condition we are checking with two values. So lambda function required two values here, but we are passing one value only using filter. Okay, here two values required x comma y. In this place, if I'm using a filter, so from this sequence only one value taking by filter. But lambda function require two inputs, but the filter function reading only one value from the sequence. That's why one value missing like error throwing. Right?
Okay, sir. Got it.
Yes.
Sir, when we are using the reduce function, when we are using the map function and filter function, between comparison, we are using the reduce function.
Here, this is a sequence. This is a sequence having a lot of values. From this sequence, out of these all values, so based on our condition, okay, only some values we want to be filter out. In that situation, filter function we are using. I mean, we are writing one condition. If condition matching related elements only, I want to be find out. That is a filter related. Map function, why we are using means in this sequence, a lot of values there. For every value, something input we want to be apply, then we can use map. For every input, okay, in this sequence of values, for every input, something value I want to be add. Previously, one program I created, for every element, number 5 I added, and final new result I got it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that is a filter. That is a map. So filter function, condition matching related x value taking, and map function condition, I mean, we are writing one expression, that expression result taking.
Okay,
So
sir.
in this situation, somewhere, okay, now here, see here, lambda I'm using. Okay, here lambda is there. Map is there. So in this sequence, some group of values there. So for every value, number 5 adding, and that result taking by map function, converting into list. So that's why list of values we are getting. Now in the same situation, you can use here filter. Filter is taking, so this x value, guys, not this result. So from this sequence, one value is getting to that 5 value adding. So then finally something result coming 6. 6 means like a true. Positive number means a true. Then that x value taking by filter. So here original sequence as is you are getting. Okay, original sequence. So here map function taking this result, filter function taking this x value as input.
Not take the x plus y, x
Yes,
plus
yes.
5.
This is not taking by filter. This x value taking.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
So, sir, filter will not use expression in this case here. In that case, expression is not used in that case.
Yes, a filter not using this expression, just that expression matching related X value taking. See here, this one again. This one. So now here from this sequence, X value taking, that X value matching or not, this condition checking. If this condition is matching, that X value taking by filter. Okay, here. That's why only even numbers we are getting. Now in this situation, filter I will use, map I will use, see here, map. Here I'm using map. So map behavior is what? This result related taking as. So here the Boolean values, true, false related taking. See here, first value 1 is coming here. So 1 divided by 2 double equal to 0 or not checking. This result is what finally? False. So that false value taking by map. This result value taking by map. Okay, so that is a false. Second time, true coming for the number 2 related, true is coming here. The true value is taking by map. Okay, only result taking as. So this is not our requirement. Only even numbers finding is our requirement. That's why we are using just filter. Okay, if you want, you can use this one also, you will understand.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All are simple methods only, guys. But first time you are seeing a little bit maybe confusing. But when you are doing keep practice, you will understanding definitely. So in material also, a lot of programs are given for map, filter, and reduce. Do checking. And later some more additional functions there in material. Some more additional functions there. Here. So this scope of variable related are given clearly. And then here the programs are given lambda function related, all the things with the filter function related. So just when you are checking coding wise, okay, so you will understanding definitely. Map function related, filter function, reduce function related. So up to the reduce function I explained. And later here some other modules also are given here. Operator module related also are given. This is I didn't explain, so no problem. In the future session we'll discuss. Now here this is a separate module. So having add, multiplication, sub, divisions related. So we can use that. This is I didn't explain. Just to go through this. In the next session I will cover. And later here some logical programs there. These are asking in interviews most of the times. Factorial value finding using the recursive function. Recursive function means one function itself calling. A function inside the same function calling is called recursive function. And without recursive function, normal function, using normal function, finding the factorial value. Okay, here explanation also I given. Check it this. These things if you are reading, if you are checking, you will understanding definitely. I will take care one session, there I will explain these all things. Palindrome finding or not, even number finding or not. Okay. So local scope variable, how to converting into global scope using global keyword. So like logical questions are given, guys. Fibonacci sequence numbers, how to finding. Fibonacci means, do you know about the Fibonacci? Fibonacci sequence. So we are taking initially 0, 1, guys. These two numbers, if we are adding result to 1 coming, 0 plus 1, 1. Last two numbers, if we are adding coming 2. Last two numbers, if we are adding 3 coming. Last two numbers, always last two numbers adding. Okay. So this is called Fibonacci, guys. This is called the Fibonacci sequence. Okay. This is the Fibonacci sequence of finding related programs asking. Here I given. And all these Fibonacci sequence numbers, sum also finding here. So just logical programs are given 4 or 5 programs. So you can check it these things. So once this functions concept, if you are understanding, then next modules we are going to discussing. In modules also again functions only we are using logics. Okay. Yeah. Any other queries?
Sir, I am not able to access the backup video, sir.
Did you call to office people?
Yeah, sir. I call, but we are not response. But I message us. Let me check only. They replied, sir.
You completed your enrollment, but you are unable to access it.
Yes, sir.
So you can share your number in the chat box to me. I will give to office people and they will call you.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Your name and your number.
Okay, sir. Which means the phone number?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, sir.
They will contact you and guide you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And guys, do practice through the materials. And the same time, using internet also, you can do the practice. So we are planning here the 30-35 sessions only. So if I'm spending more time for programmatically, okay, so then more practically we will discuss, then a lot of people will understanding. But if taking more examples for every concept, so days increasing, guys. So here we are focusing on all the topics first.
Excuse me, sir. When are we going for advanced Python classes, sir?
So this once completing these modules related, then the remaining topics of files, exceptions, OOPS concept, these all are advanced chapters only.
Yeah. Once we complete this, we can start, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So Naga Venkat Subhas, we have a sequence of values. Out of sequence of values, only based on the condition, some specific values, if we want to be find out, then go with the filter function. And in the sequence, we have some values. So for every value, if we want to add some input, then we can go for map function.
Can we use map and into our dictionary kind of area program?
No. Dictionary key column value format there. Map Java related map there key column value related. Here just applying the logics purpose, we are using map function. Okay, we are not using the dictionary.
Okay. It's in Java you have, but in this we can do it, right?
In Java, it's like a data type, one data type, map data type.
Yes.
But here, just it is like a function for executing some logics related.
Okay. It's not in that data type kind of a solution, right? Okay,
Yes.
understood. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Yes. Pradeepa Rajesh Kumar, is this your Indian number?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then people will call to your WhatsApp number.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So any other people?
Sir, can you suggest any good website for learning Python, basic Python?
See, right now you can focus on my material, no problem. And in the last session also I explained, guys, a number of tutorials there. So these all tutorials are following by the students only. Okay, learners. So anyone you can use Python related. So almost, for example, 4 tutorials you are opening. In all 4 tutorials about the list concept, for example, you can check it. Same points only there. Okay, way of presentation they are changing on the tutorial. Understanding? Way of example changing.
Yes.
So finally you are getting all the same points only. 1 or 2 points, additional points you are getting. Okay. So end of the days, I will let you know what is where you can do the practice related to functions or related to list like that. So that is you can get it. See here, for example, list, okay, list questions or else list online, online quiz, list online quiz, guys. Python list online quiz, like when you are checking. So like a list related, lot of links you are getting. Okay. So questions, 4-5 links you can open. Then somewhere you will feel better, guys. So all list quizzes there here. I will open here. Which list coming here?
List to Python.
Okay, Python, we will check it simply. Python list data type. Okay, just the 2 links I opened, guys, here. So here, giving like one input and giving like one question also. What is output like asking? Okay, here, what is your output? So by seeing this code, you are able to give the answer or not, check it. And you can select one box or one input, and later you can get the solution also. Okay, sometimes we are doing mistakes. Why we did mistake? What is the result? Like you can check it. So when you have the free time like this, number of times if you are attending the online quiz related, your subject knowledge increasing, guys. Along with my subject, so the people who are doing practice like this using the internet, those people will get more subject. Understanding? See a lot of question and answer there, multiple choice questions.
Yes, sir.
So this is one side. Here a lot of topics there. So when you are changing the topics, you will get it different questions. And now here, PyNative, here you will get a lot of example practice, guys. So this is one of the best site you can consider, no problem. See here, question and answers like that. So by seeing this question, you are able to give the answer or not, you can check it. These things we did practice in our sessions. So suddenly by seeing that, we are able to give the answers or not, like check it. Okay. So, and here there's so many topics there here. Python quiz related, for beginners related, Python variables and data types we discussed, Python operators we discussed. So when you're selecting one particular topic, that topic related question and answers you will get it. So input, how we are reading from user, output, how we are giving, functions related we discussed, if else related, loops related we discussed. Understanding? So here, this PyNative website you can use and a lot of examples you can do practice here. Right?
Yes, thank you.
This is the just 2 sites only I opened. When you are scrolling down here, number of websites you are getting. So when you are searching for something, 4-5 websites you can open by pressing Control. Just click on these links and just you can go through this. Somewhere you are feeling better. Okay, this is site having good syntax. I mean, giving good questions for practice purpose. Like you are feeling, and you can check it that. So you are feeling this one is the best site, somebody feeling other side best site like that. So this is the best site, like no rule is there. You know? So that is all based on your practice, you can decide it.
Yes, thank you.
So as a faculty, I'm teaching same subject to all the people, guys. The people who are doing practice like that using internet, so those people along with this basic subject, whatever I'm teaching, along with my material, what are the programs I'm teaching, so can get some extra practice here, then long-term remembering. And when you are attending interviews also, easily you are able to answering. These all are online quiz. Interview questions also you can check it for every topic. Python list interview question. So 20-30 questions you are getting. What is the list? How to add the new elements into the list? How to remove the elements from the list? What is the difference between append method and extend method? Like a lot of questions coming. So same question, if you are getting an interview, you need to give the answer. So you are able to give the answer or not, like you can check it. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, guys, I'm going to close. It's almost nearly 10. So Tomorrow, Sunday, we don't have session. Happy weekend. Again, Monday, we will connect with the module chapter. We will discuss. Thank you, guys. See you.
Thank you,
now.
sir.
Thank you, sir, and have a nice day, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.